So we're off to the Peloponnese, whatever that means. It means beautiful scenery, an unbelievable canal, ancient technology, fabulous food, and you guys get to meet my partner, who I haven't seen in months. It says we've arrived.
It's a few hundred years BC was when this was used, and it played a part in the period of Cleopatra and those sorts of people.
Really? Yeah, okay. Might be an expensive day today. What I didn't allow for, you'll never guess. I've just lost an hour. This is going to be the first video in a playlist about van life in Greece. So if you are interested in what you should see in Greece, hit the subscribe button so you can see them. I'm very excited because I'm heading to Athens airport to pick up my partner, who I haven't seen in a long time. Might be an expensive day today. I don't normally drive on toll roads. I went through a toll, which was about €7, I think. I've just arrived at another toll, which was €10, I think. I said to the lady, I'm going to Athens. Do I have to pay more tolls? And she went, many. I was like, yeah, I got it. This is the Rio Antirio Bridge, one of the world's longest multi-span cable-stayed bridges. €23 to cross it in the van. I've been allowing for the 5 hours driving time to get to the airport to pick Mark up. What I didn't allow for is that my clock hasn't adjusted to the time zone I'm in. So I've just lost an hour. Another tollway, but nowhere where I can actually pay. Because I haven't got cash and I can't go through the automatic thing. She's just turned that on. That was either 4 or 5 tolls. I just said to him, I'm going to Athens, how many more? And he went, 4 more. At least there was a reasonable gap between that one and the last one. I said, is it worth getting off the road? He said, yeah, you can take the exit. And I said, is it a lot longer? And he went, yeah. So because I'm rushing today, I'm just going to live with paying quite a lot of tolls. But since I haven't paid any in 6 months, I guess I should suck that up. You'll never guess. Another toll booth! The last 2 tolls have been probably less than 2 kilometres apart. It's crazy. They're everywhere. I think this might be the last one. I hope this is the last one. Nope. I was wrong. Far out. Is that you, Mark? Is that you coming in? He's landed. Oh, I've just realised I didn't look at my hair before I went out. Bad luck. He's landed. He's here. It's Mark. This is Mark, everyone.
Hello, I'm Mark.
And he's going to get used to having a camera shoved in his face quite a lot this week, the next few weeks.
I haven't done my hair.
Oh, no. I have to introduce you to the other man in my life.
I'm far more reliable.
Oh, debatable? He's lovely. But so's Kenny. I like Kenny too. This is Kenny.
Hello, Kenny.
Mark's in my van.
Hey. So we just arrived in Greece. I've been in the country for 2 hours and we decided we were hungry. So we went wandering around.
Oh, those would be nice.
Past at least 3 chain coffee shops and a McDonald's knockoff, and then we found this little back alley and got accosted by a very nice lady who said come eat in our restaurant.
How cute is this little restaurant?
It's pretty fancy. And we had grilled octopus and Greek style potatoes.
They are.
And the world's best tzatziki. It's a very nice fresh thing.
Very good tzatziki.
And some ouzo, and it's like, I feel like I've arrived in Greece. Still can't work out how to say thank you in Greek, but we'll work up to that.
Maybe we'll film her saying thank you in Greek so we can take it home and study it. What? So how do I say thank you?
Efaristo.
What's it called?
Parkopolis.
It's called Parkopolis. There's a sign up there. This is on Search for Sites. This is the car park that we stayed in last night. Very basic, as in it's car park. The lovely lady who's running it, directs me into the car park, gave us a little map about where we needed to go, where the supermarkets were, where all the stuff was. She was really lovely. €18 for the night, no services. But location is great, and apparently it's like a 20-minute ride, bus ride, train ride into Athens itself. So we were talking about staying and going to Athens, but what we're going to do now is we're going to the Peloponnese. We're going to go and do a bit of a trip around there for a few days, and then we're going to come to Athens at the end of the trip because Mark's going to fly out of Athens. So we figure we'll do the big Athens stuff at the end. So we're off to the Peloponnese, whatever that means. The Peloponnese is a peninsula connected to the mainland at Corinth. It's home to some of the coolest things to see in Greece, including the Corinth Canal, ancient Olympia, Mycenae, Epidaurus, Naphtali, Sparta, and Diros caves. And we're going to take you to all of them over the coming videos. So we've come to Corinth. We're in the Peloponnese and we're going to do some exploring around here. But first, we've found a camping spot, which is in an old petrol station. And it is fantastic.
I was just thinking that travelling around in the van is actually a much better way of seeing a country than Biltuves. Like if you flew into Athens, how would you get to go and see this stuff that we were about to see?
Yeah.
It's like this is actually a pretty good way of moving around and seeing stuff.
Yeah. Glad I thought of it.
You're very clever.
No. Hey, honey.
Good morning.
Look at the view behind the van. That's a big old mountain right there. So I just thought we'd show people what the campsite looks like, because this is awesome. We found this campsite that is an old petrol station on the side of the road. They don't serve petrol anymore, but they have camper spot and they have a restaurant. If you eat in the restaurant, the camping is free, except for $3 for electric hookup. But toilet dumping, water, everything else, hot showers inside, everything else is free if you eat dinner. How much was dinner last night?
€26 for the two of us with some wine and dessert.
So several glasses of wine, more than half a litre of wine actually, because I had an extra glass. Stuffed vegetables.
Souvlaki, chicken souvlaki. Tzatziki.
Dessert, which was gorgeous. The fireplace inside. So come visit Maria and...
At Fanaria. I just googled how you pronounce it.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're gorgeous. And there's puppies. Look at the little tail go. A little kitty cat.
Do you know where we are?
No, tell me.
This
It's
is a
great,
place-
I've got a tour guide with me now.
So this is a place called the Ancient Diolkos. I think it's a few hundred years BC was when this was used. And it played a part in the period of Cleopatra and those sorts of people.
Really?
There's a bay on that side. One of them's the Ionian, and I think the Aegean Sea is the other end. I may have that the wrong way around. And if you want to move ships from one sea to the other, the easiest way to do it was actually to pick them up, carry them over the ground. And this piece of rock that you can see in front of us has grooves cut into it. You bring your boat up onto a trolley over there down near the water, and then you would trolley your boats to the other sea, 6 kilometres away on the other end. So these grooves are cut to keep the trolley going in a straight line with a ship that, I don't know how big the ships are, but like a big ship, not a
That's cool.
fishing boat.
So you reckon Cleopatra could have ridden a boat across land on this specific thing?
It made a difference in wars because people were surprised that ships would pop up far earlier than they were supposed to.
There's another gigantic long piece of it right there.
And then in 67 AD, Emperor Nero attempted to cut a canal from one side to the other. So that's what we can see down there. This is called the Corinth Canal. It took quite a long time to build because they started in 67 AD and they finished it in the 1800s.
Several people had a crack at it.
It's
Look at you go. This is great. Mark's going to do all the commentary now. I'm being a bit thick, but this is the Corinth Canal, the hand-cut canal.
Yes. Okay.
So that's a big hand-cut canal, and I think there's a better view of it. See that big bridge over there?
Yeah.
Let's go get a view of it from there.
Yeah. And that noise behind you is one of the two submersible bridges, one at each end.
Mark, a submersible bridge sounds bad.
A bridge that goes underwater.
A bridge that goes underwater.
Presumably you don't want any cars on it at the time it submerges. I think it's to allow the boats to go over the top.
Yeah.
You can see 4 motor huts, the blue boxes, and the middle span, I reckon it's either on cables or gears, and it drops it down under the water so the boats can go backwards and forwards across the top.
We're looking for a place to get a better view of the Corinth Canal.
600 metres, turn right.
This hotel was built by a famous architect called Xenakis, who also helped build 2 of the most recognised brutalist architecture sites in the world. It says we've arrived. I don't think this is the canal, hun. I don't know about you, Mark, but this canal's not looking as impressive as I thought.
I think the fancy one's on the other side of this cool fence.
It's a shame we can't read the signs.
Yeah, that's a really big hole and I want to really closer to it.
I'm holding onto a tree. Oh, I can see water down there. The bunker. Can you see anything?
Can we go and stand on the safe bridge?
Okay. Mark doesn't want me to walk out on the rusty bridge. There's another bridge down there. That doesn't look pedestrian-y.
That's the bridge I'm talking about. That's the main bridge across the canal.
Okay, so we drive across that and park in that bit next door. Okay, attempt number 3 at finding the giant canal, like the gigantic canal.
We need to tell Google to use like the 19th century maps rather than 17th century maps or something.
I think we're on a winner this time.
Yeah, well, let's see. Will you hold my hand? Because it looks very high.
I will hold you. Mark's not a fan of heights.
No, not at all.
I am a fan of heights, so Mark's not a fan of me going, "Hey!" when we're on heights. Do you want to see some really funny footage of Mark freaking out? Let's go. They're fixing the bridge, hun. So let's not go on the side of the bridge that they're fixing. Bungee jumping. No, no thank you. Honey. Do we go bungee jumping?
No! Wow, that's cool.
That is cool.
Hello, Australia. Australia. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
That man was very insistently trying to give us a brick.
So when they started building this, they did it by hand.
The first attempt to replace the Diolkos track we saw before with the Corinth Canal was in the 6th century BC. Then the Roman Emperor Nero attempted in the 1st century AD using 6,000 Jewish slaves digging by hand. After several more attempts, it was actually finally completed in 1893.
Which means before they built the canal, they carried the boats up over this hill and down on the other side via that track that we looked at earlier.
So it actually went uphill. Does that freak you out? There's a scene in Pretty Woman where she's sitting up on the balcony and it's like, would you save me? Would you save me? And he's going, no. The question might actually be, would you push me?
And the birds are flying below you, up too high.
Look, there's a tourist shop. There's the hat. You need some slippers, hon. How cute are they? Toasty warm. Instead of going out onto the side of the bridge that was being repaired by somebody, we've decided to go to the same side of the bridge, but up the other end, because that would be much safer.
Depends on whether he's out there with a cutting torch. You know, like in the cartoons, where they cut one end of the bridge.
I think it depends on where the coyote or the roadrunner in this scenario.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a bit of a repair. Look, look at the guy over there. He is in fact
Welding the bridge.
welding the bridge together.
Can we also point out the holes in the that have rusted through the plating that's there? I'm going to go back.
Okay. Love you, just in case this goes badly. Okay. This is cool. Mark's not very excited about the guy welding the bridge up the other end, so he's waiting down here for me. Hey honey, I'm alive.
Okay.
But things are all okay now. Yum.
Yum.
So how traumatised are we about the bridge?
I'm okay now that I'm off it. While I'm standing on it, all of my organs are trying to climb out of my body to get to somewhere safe. And while intellectually it's like, I'm probably not going to fall to my death, my internal organs are going, I'd rather not be here when that occurs.
How much did you enjoy the fact that when we were walking back over the bridge, I went, has it occurred to you that the guy who's welding the bridge that you don't want to go on has actually just not gotten to the other side of the bridge? And what happened?
So there's two bridges here. One's really old and rusty with holes in it. That's the one I didn't want to walk on. So I said, let's walk on the new one. And now the guy that was welding the rusty one is now welding the new one after we walked across it.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, Helen.
We're recreating this because I did it wrong a minute ago. Hey, Mark.
Yes, Helen.
You want to see some ancient Greek ruins?
I do.
You do?
Where are they?
They're over there! In the next video, we'll take you to ancient Corinth and the Temple of Apollo, one of the oldest Doric temples in Greece. That's some columns. Are they Corinthian columns?
No, I think they're Doric columns.
That's a thing. And I'll tell you why it's a thing. Also, we'll take you to this towering fortress above ancient Corinth, which has breathtaking views and a bunch of other cool places we visit on our trip through ancient Greece. You know what to do. Hit one of those buttons and watch the next lot of videos.